If you grow indoor plants and want something elegant, forgiving, and incredibly rewarding, the peace lily deserves a permanent place in your garden space. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to the Evergreen Garden channel and leave a comment telling us where you're growing your peace lily, because this guide is designed to save you years of trial and error and give you results fast. Peace lilies are not just decorative houseplants. When grown correctly, they are long-lived, reliable bloomers that respond clearly to good care and punish neglect just as clearly. Understanding what peace lilies actually need to thrive sets the foundation for success. Peace lilies are tropical understory plants, which means they evolved growing under tree canopies where light is filtered, humidity is high, and soil stays consistently moist but never waterlogged. When growers struggle with yellow leaves, no flowers, or constant drooping, it's almost always because one of those conditions is missing. Once you match their natural environment indoors or in a shaded outdoor spot, peace lilies become remarkably easy to care for. Choosing the right light exposure makes the difference between foliage growth and flowering. Peace lilies grow best in bright indirect light. A spot near an east-facing window where they receive gentle morning sun works perfectly. If grown in low light, they will survive but rarely flower. Too much direct sun, especially midday or afternoon sun, causes leaf scorch and browning edges. If you can comfortably read a book without turning on lights during the day, that light level is usually ideal. For growers using grow lights, a distance of about 60 to 90 centimeters above the plant with 10 to 12 hours of exposure daily encourages strong growth and blooms. Soil composition must drain well while still holding moisture. Peace lilies hate compacted soil. A practical mix that works exceptionally well is 2 parts high-quality potting soil, 1 part cocoa peat or peat moss, and 1 part perlite or coarse sand. This ratio allows water to move through the pot while keeping roots evenly moist. If you're repotting, always choose a container with drainage holes. A pot that is only 2 to 3 centimeters wider than the root ball is ideal, since oversized pots stay wet too long and promote root rot. Watering peace lilies correctly, really does prevent most of the common problems people encounter. Peace lilies are famous for drooping dramatically when they're thirsty, but, well, that doesn't mean you should wait until they collapse every single time. The best approach, actually, is to water when the top 2 to 3 centimeters of soil feel dry to the touch. When you do water, soak the soil thoroughly until water drains from the bottom, and then, of course, discard any excess water from the saucer. In warm conditions, this might mean watering once or twice a week, but in cooler months, it could be every 10 to 14 days. Always use room temperature water and, if possible, allow tap water to sit for 24 hours to reduce chlorine exposure. Humidity levels really do play a major role in leaf quality and flowering. Peace lilies thrive best in humidity between 50 and 70%. Dry indoor air, unfortunately, causes brown leaf tips and weak growth. A simple solution is placing the pot on a tray filled with pebbles and water, just making sure the pot base never sits directly in the water. Grouping plants together also raises humidity naturally, which is quite handy. In very dry climates, misting lightly in the morning 2 to 3 times a week helps, but it should never replace proper watering. Feeding peace lilies lightly but consistently, well, that really does encourage strong blooms. Peace lilies aren't heavy feeders, but they do respond well to regular nutrition. Use a balanced liquid fertilizer such as 10-10-10 or 20-20-20, diluted to 1/4 strength. Apply every 4 to 6 weeks during active growth. Over-fertilizing can cause leaf burn and weak flowers, so honestly, less is always better. An organic alternative is vermicompost tea, mixed at a ratio of 1 part compost to 5 parts water and applied once every 2 months. So, Knowing how and when peace lilies bloom really helps you manage your expectations. Generally, peace lilies will bloom once or maybe twice a year if they're kept in good conditions, most often in spring and early summer. Oh, and just so you know, that white flower you see is actually a spathe that surrounds a spadix. Now, if your plant isn't blooming, it's usually down to not getting enough light, or perhaps you're using too much nitrogen fertilizer, which encourages leaf growth rather than flowers. If you increase the light just a bit and switch to a fertilizer that's higher in phosphorus, you can often encourage blooms within about 6 to 8 weeks. Pruning and cleaning the plant keeps it healthy and attractive. Remove yellowing or damaged leaves by cutting them at the base with clean scissors. Spent flowers should also be removed once they turn green or brown, allowing the plant to redirect energy to new growth. Wipe leaves gently with a damp cloth every few weeks to remove dust, which, improves photosynthesis and reduces pest problems. Repotting and division rejuvenate older peace lilies. Peace lilies benefit from repotting every 1 to 2 years. When roots circle the pot or emerge from drainage holes, it's time. During repotting, large plants can be divided by gently separating root clumps, making sure each division has several healthy leaves and roots. This is honestly one of the easiest ways to propagate peace lilies successfully. Understanding common problems helps you fix them quickly. Yellow leaves often indicate overwatering, while brown tips suggest low humidity or salt buildup. Drooping can mean either thirst or root rot, so always check soil moisture before watering. Pest issues are rare but can include spider mites or mealybugs, which are easily controlled with neem oil diluted at 5 milliliters per liter of water, applied weekly until resolved. Peace lilies reward attentive gardeners with graceful foliage, clean air benefits, and timeless beauty. When you understand what they're asking for, they communicate clearly through their leaves and growth habits. If this guide helped you grow better peace lilies, make sure you subscribe to Evergreen Garden, share this video with a fellow plant lover, and leave a comment with your experience or questions. That's how we keep this channel growing strong and evergreen.